Welcome again to the old principle. 我就是老校长, and we have another story today. Remember that in the old principle, this is not for the ABC crowd. This is an opportunity for you to work on your listening ability, and at the same time, it shouldn't be too hard. I will give a little bit of Chinese. I'll use a lot of English to explain English, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Now, this will be lesson number 250 of Freshmen in College. 大一的学生. Okay? With that, let's let Mrs. Ash read us the story. Remember, she was a student at the same time I was. We were friends, but not boyfriend and girlfriend. So she will read the story, and then we'll be right back.
Story 250, A Freshman in College. When I graduated from high school, I was planning to take education in college. But during the summer months, I started to feel the pressure to take business to please my father. Since my dad was a businessman, and since I was the oldest child in our family, and since I was even named after my father and grandfather, it was naturally expected that I would take over the business someday. To please my family, I started my freshman year at college as a business major. The first business course taken by business majors is accounting. It only took a couple days for me to figure out that I had made a gross mistake. At the end of the first quarter, I would have happily chosen another subject, except for a strange rule at the college. The rule was this: only if a person took the second quarter of accounting would the credit from the first quarter be counted. Oh, I was trapped. One day, our teacher gave us a very difficult assignment. He warned us to allow enough time to finish it up. As he warned, so it was. Hour after hour, I toiled with an adding machine. It wasn't until 3 a.m. that I finally finished and went back to my dormitory to sleep. The next day, I turned the assignment in, and a couple of days later it came back. I had only gotten 66%. Oh, how discouraging. This was the turning point. I decided that there must be something else in life more interesting and less frustrating. I finished the 2 quarters of accounting, but that was the end of my business education. My father was disappointed, but he would not force me. Even a greater disappointment was this: I was tacitly serving notice that I would not work with him in the family business or eventually take it over.
Okay, welcome back. We are ready to begin. When I graduated from high school, I was planning to take education in college. Yeah, if you look at our school annual, 我们的校刊, okay, 年刊, you will see under my name written there, what is John Ash's life ambition? Teacher. He wants to be a teacher. So, when I graduated from high school, I was planning to take education, 学教育, in college. Now, that was the plan. What really happened? Going on. But During the summer months, I started to feel the pressure to take business to please my father. During the summer months, 暑假的时候, remember, during the summer, I worked for my father. My boss was my father, okay? So during the summer months, I started to feel 自己开始感觉 pressure 压力 to take 要学 what? Okay, 商业管理 to take business. Okay, so business if 商业管理. Why did I feel that pressure? Well, I felt the pressure because of my father. I wanted to please my father. I wanted to make my father happy. In later years, I should have talked to him. I never did talk to him about this, but I just wanted, at that time, I wanted to make him happy. Therefore, going on, since my dad was a businessman, 他是商人, so my father does business, and since I was the oldest child, 我是老大, in our family, and since I was even named after my father and grandfather, okay, 他们给我起名字 the same as my grandfather and my father. So we have the exact same name. So how do you tell the difference? 怎么样分别呢? Going on. It was naturally expected that I would take over the business. Oh, I didn't explain. My father is Ai Yue Han. I am Ai Yue Han. My grandfather was Ai Yue Han. So we're all John Ash, John Ash, John Ash. And the only way you can tell the difference is senior, junior. I am第三世. Guess what? There's a fourth. My son is John Ash the fourth. And my grandson, yes, you guessed it. He is John Ash the fifth. Okay, so with that little aside, 题外话, okay? Now we come back here. It was naturally expected, 自然有这个期望, okay, that I would take over the business someday. What does it mean to take over? That means 接管我们 family business 我们家族的生意 okay someday okay so when I grew up became an older person then I would take over. That was naturally expected because hey, I was the oldest, I had the same name as my father, Anyway, dun. Go ahead. To please my family, not just my father, but my mother too, I started my freshman year at college as a business major. Okay, so my freshman year, I started studying 就是大一年级的时候 I started studying a business major. 我的主修是商业管理 or 我是学商的 okay? That was my plan. That was what I did. Now I'll tell you the experiences I had in those first few weeks were not happy experiences. I was not happy. And I'll tell you the reason why. Going on, the first business course taken by business majors is accounting. Okay, what is accounting? Oh, that's very simple. Accounting is 会计学. Have you ever studied accounting? You know how to add things up and you put it in the right account. So many things. Okay, have you studied accounting? Well, I started by studying accounting. My first business course, 头一门课, okay, taken by business, 这个学生的这个主修课程 is accounting, 会计学. It only took a couple days, 只用了2-3天，我弄得明白 figure it out, 弄得明白 that I had made a gross mistake. In this case, what is gross? In this case, gross 是重大的错误. Okay, a gross mistake. Have you ever made gross mistakes? Well, I did as a young freshman in university, in college, 大学的大一年级的学生. Going on. At the end of the first quarter, I would have happily chosen another subject, except for a strange rule at the college. The rule was this. At the end of the first quarter, okay, 第一个季度学完了, okay, the end of the first 这个学季. So we had the quarter system, okay, so the first quarter, 头一个季度, I would have happily 很高兴的 chosen another subject, 选了另外一个题目. That I would have happily done that. Except in this case, except means 但是糟糕, 但是 a strange rule at the college. 这个我读的大学一个奇怪的规定. You say, excuse me? If you don't like the subject, change the subject. Don't keep studying it. But here is the strange rule. Going on. You could, if a person took the second quarter of accounting, only if a person took the second quarter of accounting would the credit for the first quarter be counted. I was trapped. 我脱不了身了. 我脱不了身了. A trap is a 陷阱, okay? And so if you're trapped, 脱不了身. Okay, now, go back here. So I had finished the first quarter. 已经念完了第一个学期. But I had to take the second quarter to get credit for the first. 那换一句话说，第一个学期不算数，一直到你读完第二学期. So, I had to study 2 quarters, 两个学期 of accounting before I got any credit. Oh, It was so hard. By the time I finished the second quarter, I said, I will never touch accounting again. It was so hard. And I will tell you why, at least the experience that I had going on. One day, our teacher gave us a very difficult assignment. He gave us this very difficult assignment. So every day we had 一些作业. So here was a difficult assignment. Now, he warned us to allow enough time so that we could finish it up. Now, this is what he warned us. 这个你要准备足够的时间，能够完成你的作业。Going on. As he warned, so it was. So he warned us, and 他不骗我们, it was that hard. Hour after hour, I toiled at the adding machine. Hour after hour, 一个小时，再来一个小时. I toiled. To toil means to 很辛苦的工作. Yeah, it was. It was very, toil gives the idea 很辛苦. And to work, toiled, if he's toiling up the mountain, 他爬山, 很辛苦. So it's a 辛苦, toiled. At the adding machine, 计算机. Oh, so I'm sitting in there and I'm typing, with one finger, not with two hands. And so I'm typing in these numbers, and there's the numbers. And sometimes the columns and everything, they didn't add up. And so 不平衡. And so I'm sitting there and I said, oh, hour after hour, many hours. Okay, go ahead. It wasn't until 只能够到早上3点钟啊. 哎呀, 3点钟啊, 大家都睡觉的时候, I finally finished. 最后我完成了. I went back to my dormitory. Okay, 回到宿舍 and went to sleep. 就是去睡觉. So I worked until 3 o'clock in the morning. So was I happy? I was happy. You know why I was happy? Because 终于, finally, I finished this hard lesson. Going on. The next day, I turned the assignment in. When you turn an assignment in, 你把你的功课, 你的作业交给老师. Okay, so I turned my assignment, 所安排的这个作业, I turned the assignment into the teacher, and in a couple days later, 过了几天, it came back. 已经改好了, 已经回来了. And I had only gotten 66%. How discouraging. 我所得的分数只不过是66分. 多么失望, 多么沮丧. I was really discouraged. Okay, going on. This was the turning point. I decided there must be something else in life more interesting and less frustrating. This was the turning point. What is a turning point? 转折点, okay? 转折点. A turning point. This is the point where you turn and go a 新的方向, go a new direction. I decided there must be something else in life. 人生还有一些其他的更有趣的东西啊, okay? And less frustrating. Okay? 更加没有那么挫折的一些事情. Frustrating. It was. Can you imagine spending so much time doing that? It wasn't fair. You work. Now, granted, I didn't have any interest. 我没兴趣，所以我学得不好. Okay, that's my understanding. Because later on, I found out that I could get good grades. 我其他的课我的成绩还不错. So it was just that I was not interested in that. I finished 2 quarters of accounting. Okay, I did study 2 quarters of accounting. 2个学期念完了. I got the credit. 这个学分的都算数啊. And that was the end of my business education. 这个是我学商的这些教育就到此结束. It was the end of 到此结束. The end of my business education. Yeah, I think it was safe to say that my father was disappointed, but he would not force me. That's one thing about my father. Even though he was disappointed, he really didn't say anything. He was a very quiet person. He didn't say anything. I knew he was disappointed, but he would not force me. 他绝对不要强迫我. So that's the cool thing. That's the good thing. Going on. Even greater disappointment was this. 更加失望的一件事情就是这个. I was tacitly serving notice. I was tacitly serving notice. Okay, what does it mean to serve notice? Okay, it means to 宣告. Service, maybe not 宣布, okay, or 告知, okay, 告知, to serve notice. But what does tacitly meaning? Oh, I even wrote down a Chinese word. Oh, I'm not sure that I don't know how. Tacitly, I'll tell you what it means. Tacitly means that you don't say it out loud. Okay? You don't say it out loud. But if you don't say it out loud and you don't hear it, nobody has heard it, 没有人听到, it's still known. 大家都知道. The Chinese, let's make sure I have this right. 心照不宣. 心照不宣. Okay, so this was tacitly serving notice. Everybody knew that I was serving notice, 告知, that I would not work with him I was not interested. Well, yeah, I guess you could say that. I was not interested in working with him. I liked my father. I loved my father. And I liked to work with him. But I didn't want to be a businessman. I just had no interest in that. So this was tacitly serving notice that I would not work with him, not unwilling, it's just that I would not. In the family business, 这个家族的生意, I wasn't going to do that. And I eventually would not take it over. 我不会接管他的工作. Now, my father, he took over my grandfather's business. Interestingly, he bought part of it, and part of it was given to him. But he took over the business. 他接管了这个祖父的工作. So the factories, 这个工厂等等就变成我的爸爸的. Now, so it was expected that I would continue the process, but I didn't. So I was serving notice that I was not going to take over the business. So there you have it. I could have been a businessman. Okay? I could have, well, in fact, did become a teacher. Just like in high school, very strange. Just like I said, in high school, I did become a teacher. But that's a story for another time. Here is how you can write an email message to us. Write to theoldprinciple@gmail.com. And we have a website. 我们的网站是 www.theoldprinciple.org. Hey, it's been fun spending this 30 minutes time with you, and I hope that you'll join us next time too. Bye-bye.